Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another Raw and Smackdown review. So like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. We open up the show with Oba Femi, who would come out to a great reception from the crowd. And he would just come and say, the ruler has arrived, and do a mic drop. I think this is showing that they're really trying to make him a huge star. I thought it was a great thing to do. Let me know your thoughts on it and your thoughts on Oba so far. Next, we have, it seems like the last time we'll see Rio together. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. Pretty solid match if you ask me. Rio will end up picking up the W. And it appears that Rhea is just going to SmackDown. Let me know your thoughts on their split. Next, we have a segment between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Punk wasn't even actually upset about losing the championship, but Cody Rhodes was basically upset, and he won the championship. Seems like there could be going down this feud down the line soon. CM Punk would say you never know when an opportunity might come around, and Cody would just say yes, just say when. Let me know your thoughts on this and if you would be down for this program. Next, we have the now Raw superstar debuting Ethan Page. He would debut on Raw versus Javon Evans. Match pretty solid in my opinion. He would pick up the win with some help from Rusev, and then out would come Penta. And Rusev would stand tall. Let me know if you think Rusev could possibly be the new Intercontinental Champion. And if you're excited for Ethan Page on Raw. Next, we have the now called up Soul Ruka. She would come out face-to-face with Liv Morgan, and then they would end up having a match. Match pretty solid in my opinion. She would lose because of interference from the Judgment Day. But let me know your thoughts on this. And if you're excited for Soul Ruka's call-up. And after the match, Stephanie Vicaire would make her entrance. Let me know if you're down for more of a feud between Liv Morgan and Stephanie. Paul Heyman. Next, we have Paul Heyman come out, and he would basically confirm that Brock Lesnar has retired. There was a tribute video for him. And then Logan Paul would go off on speed, and Braun Breaker would make his entrance, saying that when he sees Seth Rollins, he's going to drop him. Then Seth would come from behind and attack them with a steel chair. And then to try and save him, out would come out the Street Profits. To my surprise, I did not think they were going to be coming to Raw. Seems like they're going to be sticking around with Seth Rollins for a little while. I don't think it's a full-blown faction, but I think they will be together for a little while. But in the end, Braun Breaker would still end up putting down Seth Rollins. Let me know your thoughts on this. And what do you think of the Street Profits being involved? Next, we have Finn Balor versus JD McDonough. I think the match should have had a little bit more time, in my opinion. But I still think it was a pretty solid match. After Finn would end up picking up the win, and he needs wins as his regular self. And then out would come Dom, and he would attack him and jump him. So it seems like their feud is not over. Let me know if you're excited for another match. The main event of the show, it seems like the Bloodline could be really reunited. They would all make an entrance together. Roman would talk about how he doesn't want them to serve him. He wants them to join him. And as they would get ready to throw their wands to the sky, out would come, to my surprise, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. And Roman, and he would say he doesn't want to be Tribal Chief, but he needs everything the Tribal Chief has. And he challenged him to a match at Backlash. But Roman didn't say yes or he didn't say no. He said he'll be there next week to answer. But he doesn't know if Fatu can handle the weight of carrying the title. And if he loses, can he handle acknowledging him? It seems like, what if Fatu ends up joining the Bloodline? Let me know your thoughts on this. Overall, I thought Raw was pretty good this week. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on it. We would open up Smackdown with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu still wants Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Usos would come out saying that Roman Reigns has his eyes on you now. And then Solo Sikoa and MFT would come out and doubt him. And then it would lead to what's going to be the main event, Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. Let me know what you thought of this segment and if you like this Bloodline story so far. Next, we have Julia versus Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is now our new Women's United States Champion. I thought the match was actually really solid, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on it and if you think this could help the U.S. Championship get better. Next, we would have Brie Bella come out, and we would have Paige come out. They would come in the ring. They would come out and celebrate, and then out would come Charlexa, which would lead to a tag match. But in a tag match, it would get disqualified by a debut in JCJ and Fatal Influence, all three of them. And Laney Reed hasn't even been on NXT long, and she's already called up. I think this is a great move. They're going to be inserted in the tag division clearly. Let me know your thoughts on this. Next, we have Cody Rhodes cut a promo with nobody interrupting him. And he would say that Randy Orton wasn't in Texas, that he would have been here and they would have gotten into it again. He would say how he's easy to find and hard to beat. Let me know what you thought of this promo and where you think this is leading to. Next, we have Weapon Truth, whatever they're called, Damon Priest, R-Truth versus MFT. They would pick up the win. They are still the tag team champions. Thought the match was overall pretty solid. Let me know what you thought of the match and if you liking their reign so far. Next, we have Trick Williams come out, and Lil Yachty apparently is here to stay, and they would come out with the Gingerbread Man. But of course, Sami Zayn had to ruin it, and he would be the one in the gingerbread, and he would attack them. I guess this feud isn't over. Let me know what you thought of it. Next, we have Danhausen versus The Miz. Danhausen would pick up the win by cursing them again, and something would happen. I don't know what it was, like the things around the ring, like flares or something. They would get hit by him, and Danhausen would roll them up. I'm really loving this stuff, and I think it should keep going. Let me know your thoughts on it. Next, we would have the new WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, come out. She was celebrating out here, and then Fatal Influence would come out. It was like JC Jane couldn't even talk in the microphone from all that heat. Then we would have JC Jane versus Rhea Ripley, which was, I would say, was going pretty solid. And then Fatal Influence would come in and attack them. Let me know your thoughts on Fatal Influence call-up so far. The main event, we would have Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. He had all MFT getting involved, and he still lost. The Usos would come out, but Jacob didn't want their help. Overall, pretty solid match in my opinion. But then MFT would try to attack him. They would all jump him, and then he would single-handedly beat all of them up. Man, they like buried MFT in my opinion. They made them look so weak. But overall, let me know your thoughts on it. Overall, I thought Smackdown was an okay show. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on it. Till next time, like, comment, and subscribe.